With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
In this question, we have to study the two population growth curves, A and B, which have been given to us in the graph. And after looking at the statements given in the options, we have to select the incorrect statement. Now, we all know that whenever we look at any population of any species, the population density is not something that is going to remain static or is going to remain constant for a long period of time. And there are many factors which can influence or which can cause the fluctuation of this population density. So when the population is going to change, when it is going to grow, there can be two different types of growth models according to which this increase in population density can take place, out of which the first is that of exponential growth. In this we see that the resources are unlimited. So we are assuming that there is no lack of food, space, shelter, anything, and they don't have to struggle. The organisms don't have to struggle for these resources. So as a result, what is going to happen when there is no limiting factor? Then they are going to increase in numbers very rapidly. The population is going to grow very fast, and they are going to realize their full biotic potential. That is, they will grow to the maximum population density in the exponential growth model. And when we are going to plot this on a graph, over here we can see we have population density here, time over here on the other axis. So when we plot the exponential growth model, we are going to get a J-shaped curve, which is shown in the curve A, because we can see how population is continuously increasing. But on the other hand, the second type of growth model that we have is that of logistic growth. And what are we going to see here? Obviously, as we have assumed in the exponential growth model, resources cannot be unlimited. In every habitat, there is going to be a certain limit on resources. So in logistic growth, resources are the limiting factors. And therefore, the population density can grow only up to a certain point, which is known as the carrying capacity, which we denote by K. And after this, no further scope for growth is there, because this habitat can sustain only a limited population with its limiting resources. So if we are going to plot such growth on a graph, we are going to get a characteristic S-shaped or sigmoid curve, and we can see how the growth has stopped once K, that is the carrying capacity, has been reached. After this, the density is not increasing. So if we look at the options that have been given to us, first of all, they are saying curve A shows exponential growth. Yeah, this is correct. Curve A is showing exponential growth. It is the J-shaped curve, and it is represented by the equation dn by dt equals Rn. Now this is also correct. The equation given for the population growth is correct. dn by dt means the rate of growth of population with time. Here n stands for our initial population, and R is the intrinsic rate of natural increase. So the equation is correct. For exponential growth, this is a correct statement. Next, they are saying curve B is showing logistic growth. Again, correct. And the equation given is also right. dn by dt equals Rn. And we have to consider this factor over here, because carrying capacity is something that we have to keep in mind in the logistic growth model. Again, correct statement. Then they are saying exponential growth is considered more realistic than the logistic growth. Now this statement is incorrect. Why? Because in exponential growth we have unlimited resources. So this is not realistic. In every habitat there is going to be limited food, shelter, space for all the organisms. So the logistic growth model is more realistic, because over here there is some maximum carrying capacity beyond which the population cannot be sustained. And in reality also, resources are limited in any habitat. So logistic growth is more realistic, and this statement is incorrect. And again, in option D, they are saying curve A can be represented by nt equals n naught e to the power rt. Now again, this equation that they have given for exponential growth is right. Only difference is that it is in the integral form. Over here e is our natural base of logarithm. So we are taking the logarithmic value over here. So we have to select the incorrect statement. So our answer over here will be option C. Logistic growth is more realistic because the resources are limited over here, but they are saying exponential growth is more realistic, so the statement turns out to be incorrect.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.